Yar! Welcome back to the Cringe. We're on day 83 of Chores and Tours on an island with 5 stars. That's right, day 83. So I got ahead and cleaned off the beach. I actually shot down a balloon, which is something I don't do. Let's see what Izzy has to say. Okay, flick. Yeah, I got a dreamy hanging. Something, to me, it kind of looked like a mobile. Right, we're going to change this out. We're going to eat some coconut. As you can see, I did not come back and meet Nate, give him his book back. So hopefully we run into him today. All right, one more. We're done. Okay, so we should have, I think, okay, so there's Gulliver, or Gulliver. Yeah, and I think our painting is fake, so, if I remember correctly. And let's see what Gulliver brought. Okay, we're going to put that in storage. Yep. So the academic painting, I think, was fake because it had the coffee stain in the upper right-hand corner. So, just FYI. Bam's up early this morning. Kind of looks like a frog. But you only catch frogs in the lake. Ooh, a spooky tower. Cool. Cool. That reminds me, I need to start... Cool. Yeah, I need to start growing some pumpkins. In order to take advantage of some of the stuff that's here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Not a big fan on the bathtub. Kind of reminds me of the old Looney Tunes cartoons. The one where Bugs Bunny's in the stew pot. Yeah, let's handle the upper part today. So is anything going on special in your world today? For me, I'll be visiting my son. I visit him twice a week. He looks forward to it. Once in the middle of the week. And once in the weekend. Come down here. We'll just check the yards. What's up, Gruffy? He's apparently doing the same thing I am. Oh, yeah. What's up? Worry. Okay. Doesn't look any different. Nice. Good job on your Gruff. Way to be outgoing. Yeah, so my son lives about an hour away. So it's about a 2-hour round trip. Give or take. It's typically about an hour. Maybe about 45 minutes. Sometimes it feels like an hour. And that's only because of traffic. Not because of my son. All right. I'll just run through my flowers. We'll see what kind we have. Tremoloid. Don't remember what a tremoloid is. I mean, I probably do. I just can't recall it. Oh, okay. Let's see if it's a new one. It may not be. Yep, it isn't. Alright, so we'll go give this to Gruff. If he's still around. Alright, Gruff. That's a big fish. Alright, we're gonna go give this to Bam. And then we'll head over and clean up the rest of the island. Yeah, not much is going on for me other than visiting my son today. That'll be kind of fun. I gotta stop and do a little grocery shopping. I know, that's exciting stuff you want to hear. I only do grocery shopping when I'm out and about. I try to conserve. Not because I need to. Just makes it easier. So I started the new book. I got, this time I'm reading Lord of the Flies. I'm still about 100 pages into it. It doesn't flow as easy as I expected, but, you know, it is okay. One of my favorite books is Flowers for Algernon. It's a difficult read due to the writing style. But it is a very good read. Was actually a comic book. I think it's Daniel Keyes. Or Keyes. He actually worked for Marvel. Or DC. One of the comic houses. And it didn't sell very well. And so he went and kind of worked on the script and decided to release it a little. So this was in the early 1900s. So if you remember history or can dig deep into your recesses, at one time, the social theorists that were out there thought that finding the human stock or less criminality and higher IQs, that's kind of what led into the superhero phenomena. You know, the perfect human. You were seen as, at least for the United States, you know, you were doing your civic duty to institutionalize anybody that didn't have a high IQ. It's very disturbing of our early history. But that is where the superhero phenomena kind of came from. So, if you've ever heard of the eugenics period, to me it's disturbing, but, you know. Our countries thought of their civilization as cattle. We would do experiments and stuff like that on people. So that generally is where this idea of perfect humans came from. And hence the superhero phenomena. So the eugenics period basically started before the turn of the 19th century. Started in the late 18s. And it grew a fan base of perfect human families. I think that was inspired by the Carnegie Institute years ago. I do not agree with that concept of eugenics, but, you know, just goes to show you how history is unique. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the eugenics movement. Yeah. was quiet because I wanted to listen to that. Yeah, I barely heard it. That's why I was... Yeah. Some disturbing history with all of that. Okay, so we have one more. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't gotten any of the weeds. I guess I gotta keep my eyes out. Is that a different type of caterpillar? Let's try it. Okay. Oh. One weed. Ah, two. There we go. Huh. One, two, three. Yeah, I'm missing one. Ah. I would have missed that. Yeah, I don't know why I went through that history. Yeah. Probably because I have a child with special needs, so he would have been... So it would have been my civic duty if I would have turned him in to help the human race. And I don't like that concept. Because even though he doesn't meet traditional boundaries or values, you know, he's still got value. So, well. So, and we were talking about going to visit him, so. So just so you understand where that all came from, we'll go in here first. Sweet. And if I didn't mention before, beverage of choice is coffee. Alright, so what do I have? Yeah, we'll keep it. Oh, I still got to go and check. I don't want to lose my daily money free. Cool. Now we can send. Let's go get told we have a fake. So notice Blathers does who, and the pigeon does coo. Yeah, we knew that. Not a shock. Sus fossils. Good. I don't remember what Bam gave us. Shows you I'm talking too much. Clean room. Huh. I don't know what a clean room suit is. Ooh. Maybe I ought to try keeping my coffee warm by a candle. The funny thing is, he doesn't have a sink over there. Ooh. What's up, turtle? How come he doesn't have to get charged? Oh, I think he just did. I want my picture to go up in here. I want my picture there. Am I that germy that he's got to spend all day cleaning that one cup? Maybe. Okay, let's see what they want me to do today. Okay, cut down trees or fruit. Okay. I'm not doing the exercise. Oh. Yep, because we can't sell this, so... It's $5,000. There we go. Hey, you know what? We'll save this. All right. Hey, we're going to go visit Harv. Let's see what we have here. Second, I'm going to pull up my guide. Okay. I want to fly. There we go. Hopefully we have a real one today. Slowly but surely. I have 4 statues and all the rest are paintings. Give a quack. See what our new one is today. I think I have this too. This is fake though. We'll get this one. We gotta mix it up a little. Yeah, that's fine. I think this is a real one though because he's got normal hair. So, golly. Okay, so that is a real Jolly painting, the one to my right. Because it has the little corn cob thing. So that is a real one. I think this is basic. And this is fake. So his hair is a little bit different. So the one I just bought is fake. This is real. So... it's okay, I have both of them already, but... so in the future, when I play this game again, if I play it again, which I most definitely will, I'm going to start the artwork as soon as I can, because that'll help the speed of the gameplay. Alright. On the way back, I'll come pick up that shell. So that's one mistake I've made since I started playing this playthrough. But I will definitely change that. Where's your coffee? Or did he put it in his thermos? He may have. I saw a movie called The Castaways once, I think. It was a Disney film. The Last Flight of Noah's Ark is another one I remember. Alright, let's get started. I think I remember that one too. That one had Elliot Gould in it. The Last Flight of Noah's Ark. Or The Last Flight of the Robinsons or something. I don't know. They turned an airplane, it crashed on an island. And they turned it into a boat. Sailed away. Typical Disney. I saw the original Pete's Dragon in the movie theaters. Anybody remember a movie called Gus? With a mule that kicked a football? That. I saw in the movie theaters. Star Wars. Obviously Snow White. They show that every so often. Trying to think what other ones. Candle Shoe? That was a movie about a mystery. Young girl inheriting the wealth associated with a mansion. Had Jodie Foster as the main star. I want to say it had David Niven in it, or something, somebody close to David Niven. Who else? Cat from Outer Space. Saw that a couple times. Gus, I think we saw like twice. That was hilarious. We used to like the part of Gus where the cheerleader went crashing through the drum. That was pretty funny. Well, at least to my, like, 6-year-old brain. Or 5-year-old brain. Nice. I already have a roly-poly. Pretty fun. Okay, let's finish our last tree. And we'll head down to the last part. All right. So I actually get up at 5 a.m. to play, well, it's before 5 a.m. To play this right on time. I don't, I'm not a fan of time jumping. Just does not do anything for me. Huh. A vine ladder setup kit. Huh, let's check that out. Huh. Wow. That's pretty cool. Nice. I'll have to keep that. I wonder what I can climb. That's pretty neat. I don't think I've ever retrieved that in any gameplay I've ever done. So I think that's a new one. What other movies? Herbie. The Love Bug. Herbie Goes Bananas. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Not sure if I saw that. I think I did. I may have been too young to really participate in that one. Probably slept through some of it. Superman with Christopher Reeves. Death Trap was another Christopher Reeves movie. Obviously, Indiana Jones. Ooh, what's that? Is that a violin? Yep, violin beetle. All right. Dr. Detroit was a pretty pathetic movie. Blue Thunder, Splash, E.T., Poltergeist, Chucky. I saw the original one. Christmas Vacation. Actually, Vacation I saw on cable. And I remember I don't know, the 70s were an interesting time because there was a lot of weird crime going on. People abducting children. Yeah, I'll keep the vines. And I'll keep that too because I want to try to make that. Now let's get rid of the fish. Huh. All right. So I remember the campaigns in school, don't talk to strangers, that kind of stuff. Which is still something they need to do. I remember the DARE campaigns. Yeah, it's an interesting... We'll put that. One and two. Always two. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end it there, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good day. Bye.